Let's take you to the western region town of Dixcove, where some chiefs, you're live on JoyNews, pardon me for that. We'll bring you that story very shortly. Now, some chiefs, we understand, have been attacked by some youth groups. We're joined by a local reporter, Emmanuel Yankee, for more on this development. Emmanuel, tell us about the Dixcove incident. Okay,
Danny, good morning. Yesterday, around 11 o'clock a.m., that we heard about an incident from Dixcove, which is between the lower and upper Dixcove traditional area. When we go to the scene around in the afternoon, when we go to the scene, we went to some of the local chiefs that were there, who were an eyewitness to the scene. They told us that in the morning that they saw the upper, some members or some leaders from the upper Dixcove Traditional Council went to one of the areas which about years ago, it was some mayhem and some chaos in that vicinity. About 2 years ago, we all heard what transpired at Dixcove area. And what they told us was that some of the leaders from upper Dixcove Traditional Council went to that part of Dixcove community, which that brought a lot of havoc into the community. They went there to do some, to have some land for other NGO groups and everything. So the youth group at the lower Dixcove traditional area saw in that it was not needful. So they went there and attacked those people. And those people that were attacked were the upper Dixcove traditional council of employment mother, that is the parents of that tradition, and also some leaders, some sub chiefs of the upper Dixcove leader, that is the paramount chief of Pohima, the 14th parent and some sub chiefs of it. So they attacked, they did attack these people about that is the parent and the father and the one of the chiefs, Nana Edi Akara, that were being told. So we went there and they told us that these people were attacked. They removed all the sets from all the dressing from the sub chief, that is Nana Edi Akara, and the weighing down from the T junction to that is the lower Dixcove. So that is what we were being told at Dixcove yesterday.
So, Emmanuel, in a nutshell, youth from lower Dixcove have attacked the elders of the upper Dixcove Traditional Council, including the parents of the chief of upper Dixcove Traditional Area, now Obrimpo Himadechi the 14th.
Yes, Daniel.
Okay. Has Obrimpo spoken? Has any of the elders spoken about this matter?
For now, I went there this morning, and what they told us that they are waiting for Obrimpo to come and speak to the youth so that they also know what to do. Okay. For now, I tried calling Obrimpo, but he has not been able to pick my call. So we are waiting for Obrimpo to come on this matter.
What of Nana Kwesi Ajemai, the chief of Lower Dixcove?
Actually, when we went there yesterday, we met his absence yesterday at the palace.
Okay, Emmanuel, keep following the story. We'll come back later. On phone with us is the Western Region Police PRO, DSP Olivia Irabna Ediku, who has more. DSP, good morning. Welcome to News Desk. Can you confirm for us that this incident happened as it did? Young people attacked traditional leaders and elders of Upper Dixcove. Right, DSP Olivia Ediku, can you hear me?
Hello.
Great. Can you confirm for us, ma'am, that young people from Lower Dixcove actually attacked a group of elders from Upper Dixcove? Is this the case?
Yes. Yesterday morning, around 10:56 a.m., our police in Abunan Council had information that some elders, some chief, Queen Mother, and some elders from the upper Dixcove have been attacked in the town courtroom, and that they rescued to the palace of Nana Kwesi Ajemai. So police moved in and they met Nana Diekukra, who is a sub chief, Nana the Chimanza, Queen Mother of Rome, the mother of Obrimpo Himadechi, Salot Jonah Edu, and Sadiq Sojabu. They had various degrees of injuries And yesterday, police sent them to hospital. As I speak to you, they are still in the hospital being attended to.
Okay. You say that these youth tried to rescue Nana Kwesi Agyeman's palace. Right. DSP Olivia Ediku seems to have, we seem to have lost her there on the line. We will reestablish the connection with her, and we would definitely establish all the facts of the incidents. Now, if you were listening carefully to Emmanuel, this is not the first time that we've had such a dispute between the upper and lower Dixcove traditional areas. Indeed, the most recent time, there was a manhunt for the chief of Upper Dixcove, Obrimpong Himadechi, the 14th. We will get the details of that from DSP Olivia Ediku, who has joined us now. I was asking, ma'am, if indeed these young people who attacked the chiefs and the elders were doing so to rescue a palace.
No. What happened was that the call was from Nana Kwesi Agyeman to the police that he had learned some youth from his side, lower Dixcove, had attacked some elders from upper Dixcove, and that some of his people have rescued them to his palace. So he's informing police. So police went to the palace, and they met these 6 people who had been assaulted, and they sent them to hospital.
So is that to suggest then that Nana Kwesi Agyeman himself is not regarded as a suspect in this?
I cannot tell. The case was just, the incident happened just yesterday. And I understand from the police in Aguna Kwantara, Agyeman himself was not in town. Obrimpong was also not in town. But I believe that if investigation is ongoing, there's a need to invite any of them to do that.
But have the boys been caught so far, the perpetrators of this act?
So far, no arrests have been made. The victims who were sent to hospital have not been able to give police a statement as to exactly what happened. They will be able to give us statement, tell us, or maybe give some names of those who assaulted them, so that those people can be arrested. And after investigation, if they are found culpable, then they face the law. They face the law. So as at now, we've not been able to make any arrests because we've not been able to talk to the victims who were assaulted yesterday. And the district commander informed me that yesterday he spoke with them, and they are still not working to speak with police. So we are hoping that today we'll be able to get some information from them, so that it will help us to know exactly what happened yesterday.
But is the condition of those victims critical?
For now, they are all stable.
But they are unable to communicate yet?
Oh, they are communicating, but I don't know. They said they are not okay to talk to police as at yesterday. So we are hoping, because yesterday, I'm sure through the assault, some were in pain and other things. That is why they have not been able to talk to police. So we are hoping that today we'll be able to give us some information.
Thank you so much.
Get to arrested. And also yesterday, we talked to both the youth from upper and lower Dixcove to exercise restraint and allow police to do the investigation. And we are still patrolling the area to ensure that there is peace between upper and lower Dixcove area.
Thank you very much, DSP Olivia Irabna Adiku. She is the Public Relations Officer for the police in the Western region.